All right, so what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Brad, and we're back with another video. And what I wanted to talk about in this one is a conversation that I had recently with a coworker, talking about our educational journeys and how I've only got my associate's degree. And then I also wanted to talk at the tail end of this video about how I am now going back for my bachelor's. Let's get in.
Are you listening? Nurse Pass. Beast mode. Grind.
So, I was a couple weeks ago, probably like a month at this point, I was talking to one of my coworkers, and this is a younger nurse, a newer nurse. I have a little bit of a mentor relationship with her, and she also has similar aspirations for anesthesia, just like I do. So we bounce ideas off of each other. We talk about all these different things that we're trying to do to achieve that. So we started talking about our educational journey. She was telling me how she got her bachelor's degree, this, that, and the third. And then I brought up the fact how I've got my associate's right now, and I'm about to be going back for my bachelor's degree. And she just stopped. She was like, "What? You've only got your associate's degree? You're so smart. That's crazy." That was like verbatim what she said to me, which was a compliment. Yeah, hey, thank you. I'm quite smart. I appreciate that. But I thought it was important to bring up because I guess there's a bit of a negative stigma out there amongst associate prepared nurses that they're not as smart, they're inadequate in comparison to bachelor's prepared nurses. Just a negative stigma in general is associated with those who have associate's degrees. And I wanted to talk a bit about that. If you're out there and you're about to be pursuing your nursing degree and you're going the associate's route, I want to communicate the fact that your degree does not define you. Obviously, that should be common sense, right? What does define you, as I've said before, is your grind. How hard are you willing to work and how much sacrifice and time are you willing to put in order to really learn this material like the back of your hand? And as I have said before, one day patients' lives will be in your hands, so study like it. And if you prepare in that manner, it doesn't matter whether you have an associate's degree or you have a bachelor's degree, you're going to be so self-motivated to be as educated and prepared as you can be to care for your patients that what it says on that piece of paper isn't going to matter, right? It's not going to have any bearing on you. So I wanted to give you that as a little bit of encouragement to say that, just because you're going for your associate's degree doesn't mean that you're not going to be as smart or as prepared of a nurse, because it all comes from within. So I just thought that was pretty funny that she said that and that got brought up. However, I want to segue briefly over and talk a little bit more about associate's degree and my own personal journey. I had bombed out of college my first time. My GPA fell below a 2.0. They stripped my financial aid from me and they kicked me out of college. And I ultimately went back to school like 5-6 years later to get my associate's degree in nursing. And I ended up going to a community college. They were the ones that would accept me. And I got in there and it was an associate's degree program. And I just kind of did what I had to do at that point in time. And I'll say that a lot of times people talk about associate's degree programs versus bachelor's degree programs, 2-year degree versus 4-year degree. I just kind of feel like that's bullshit. That's just me personally, because it just doesn't make sense to me. My associate's degree did not take me 2 years to complete. There are still prerequisites that you've got to do. And all in all, it took me about 4 years to get my associate's degree in nursing. Had I gone for my bachelor's, it would have been the same thing, same length of time. They talk about getting your associates, you get out sooner, you start working sooner, etc. That's just not the case for me personally. That's just not the way that things rolled. It's going to be 1 to 2 years of prerequisites, and then it's going to be 2 years of nursing program, whether you go the associate's route or the bachelor's route. Now, why do I say all of that? For my own personal journey, if you're out there and you're considering which type of program do I go to, back then, I was very short-sightedly thinking about my future. I was not considering the implications of my choices back then. And I didn't have any intentions of going back to school for any kind of advanced practice. That just wasn't on my mind at the time, hence my short-sighted thinking. And so if I could go back and have a do-over, I would have definitely gotten my bachelor's first. 100% without a doubt, I would have gotten my bachelor's first, because I would not be here in this position, 7-8 years experienced RN, now wanting to go back to grad school, but having to burn an entire year first in order to obtain that bachelor's. And let's talk briefly about that. I put that thing on the back burner for so long, man, the bachelor's, because I've had this YouTube channel. I've been making educational videos for aspiring healthcare workers and nurses for the better part of a decade. My Videos have been shared globally in classrooms all over the world by collegiate nursing professors to aspiring nurses. And I'm just thinking in my head, man, like I've been doing this. I've been educating for a long time. Why do I have to go back and get a piece of paper that has the word bachelor's on it? When I've been rocking as a cardiac ICU nurse for all this time, when I've been doing all these things. And it's left a really bad taste in my mouth that it just feels like another hoop that I've got to jump through in order to get where I want to be, right? And I have really let that hold me back. I really have. I mean, that is the primary driving factor as to why I've not gone back and gotten my bachelor's all this time. They say, you know what the BS in BSN stands for? I've heard so many people say that. Writing papers, discussion posts, no homework, no quizzes, no tests, just going through the motions in order so that a college can collect the check, and then at the end of it all, you can get a piece of paper. So anyway, I bring that up because it's important to bring up, because that has been a mental anchor holding me back from pursuing a graduate career. And I have had self-growth over the last 6-8 months, I would say, to the point where now I have finally been okay with letting that go. Letting that anchor go. Of all the negative talk, this is bullcrap, you shouldn't have to go back, you shouldn't have to. What a thing to tell yourself. Like I'm worthy or deserving of cutting in line or something, you know, as if I should have special treatment. So I've cut that anchor off of my ankle and now I'm sprinting towards a bachelor's, bitch. And that's just the truth of the matter. I am now enrolled in an RN to BSN program. It's an accelerated 1-year program, and I should knock that out and complete that by July of next year in 2025. And of course, the aim is a 4.0. And I just bring it up because I'm really excited to finally be getting back to getting this bachelor's, you know, finally getting back to working towards this goal that I have had for a very, very long time. And I'm just super excited. I'm super enthusiastic about getting to go back, getting to get back into that educational mode, that way of thinking, and just being a better version of myself, man. Getting out of this pool of stagnation and just getting back to it. I'm really excited about that. And I think what you're going to ultimately end up seeing here on this channel as a byproduct of that is more content, more creation, more things coming your way. Because I'm definitely getting a lot more into the educational mindset now that I'm back on this journey. So I hope that you guys enjoy the video. I hope that you guys enjoy the videos to come. If you did find this helpful, please leave a comment below. And if you have your associate's degree and you know, let me know your thoughts on this associate's versus bachelor's thing. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Everybody has their own journey, and maybe somebody out there would benefit from your story. I think that's all I got for you, man. It's your boy Nurse Bass, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.